Hey there. So this video is on the subject of how to balance strange spiritual energies and experiences. And this is in part responding to emails that I get. I get messages from people on a daily or weekly basis. People who are undergoing very intense Kundalini experiences, or just having general weird spiritual types of experiences, and feeling overwhelmed and like, what the hell have I gotten myself into? How do I deal with this? And there is a basic solution that I'm going to get to in a minute or two, but I want to sort of frame this in a way for people to kind of understand why this is the solution, and how people are getting themselves into this circumstance in the first place, and just to kind of understand the general, what's really going on here. So the basic deal is that many of us are impulsively seeking to connect with, metaphysical concepts, realms, energies, and whatnot. And I was doing this myself more than 20 years ago. I started meditating when I was 16. I don't think I'd even read a book on the subject. 4 or 5 years later, then I started really delving deep into things with Carlos Castaneda, and him talking about his peyote experiences and the spirit realms that he was encountering, and all this. And things just progressed from there. If people are interested in hearing more about my past, check out my book Kundalini and the Art of Being, which details my spiritual path leading up to my experience of Kundalini awakening, which is why I get messages from people on this subject, because I've had my own experiences in this regard. So I am speaking within the context of definitely knowing what it's like to feel extremely overwhelmed by connecting with powerful spiritual energies. So many people are seeking to contact these metaphysical realms, and in the process are oftentimes finding themselves overwhelmed with what they encounter, and getting themselves in sticky situations, and perhaps it's a matter of some people are just totally overwhelmed and hanging by a thread, basically. Others are just this is a little weird, what does this mean, etc. Not quite as intense, but either way. So that there's this impulse to connect with the spiritual. I believe in non-physical realms, that we have a spirit. I've experienced the out-of-body state myself. Based on that experience in others, I know, or at least I feel very strongly, that there is a metaphysical realm. And so we come from that realm, we incarnate into a physical body here on Earth with an express purpose. Those of us who are really impulsively striving in this direction of reconnecting with that spirit realm, in order to bring that spirit realm and those experiences and that perspective into our physical body and into the physical realm. And there is a tendency on people to continue in that spiritual direction of continuing to seek to connect with the spirit realm at the expense of their physical body and of the 3D realm. And this is the basic paradigm of most religions as well, is that they are saying the physical world is an illusion. Humans are too caught up in the physical and their emotions and desire and their bodies, and so forsake the physical realm and look to God and look to the angels and the heavens and spirit. And this is a misunderstanding, because the third dimensional realm is not less spiritual, less divine, than the upper realms. It is simply one of the dimensions of many, and it is a place for learning and experiencing and growing. And so there's nothing, less divine about the physical realm, which includes our bodies. And so here I finally get to the solution of dealing with spiritual energies, is that for those who are kind of lost in the 3D realm, but seeking something greater, then the direction to go in is seeking the spiritual. Once you've made that connection and you've had these spiritual experiences and connected with these powerful energies, kind of the solution is to reverse direction and come back into the physical body. And so that is the ultimate solution to learning to balance spiritual energies and not get lost in these metaphysical experiences. When I experienced the astral state, the out-of-body state, I was 21 at the time, and it was over the course of several weeks after having read a book, Robert A. Monroe's book, Journeys Out of the Body. Then I experimented with his suggestions, started experiencing the astral state, experienced myself actually, my spirit slip out of my body, and then I was hovering around the room. I started to feel totally ungrounded, and so I willed this to stop because it was just too out there. And so that's kind of the basic thing for people to keep in mind, is that you need to not get so far out into the spiritual realms that you are coming out of your body. Not that I'm against out-of-body experiences, but if you're feeling ungrounded, it's time to get back into your body. That's the basic concept. And so, yoga, of course, is a very effective way of connecting with your body and of unifying spiritual energies with the physical body. And, the usual stuff. Going for hikes, getting out in nature, going swimming, going bike riding, Tai Chi, Qigong, massage, going to hot springs and soaking in hot water and, feeling the heat infuse into your body. There are countless things, sports, playing soccer or whatever. In order to, reaffirm your commitment to being here in the third dimensional realm, now that you have the spiritual perspective, balance it out with physical activities in the physical reality, and just get out in the world in general and engage with the world, with other people. Hopefully you can find people who might have had similar experiences or generally be able to relate to this kind of stuff. We're on the same wavelength. But to adopt a perspective of genuinely being here in the third dimensional realm and finding that balance with the spiritual realm, that is really the ultimate solution. And you might be surprised at how quickly things can change when you start to anchor those energies into your body in some way. And that's really what it's about, especially with Kundalini energy, because it is not just a spiritual energy. It is a energy that works through your nervous system and your physical body, and that is how you get the energies to calm down, or at least come into a different experience of them. Instead of feeling as if they're pulling you all around and making you, overwhelmed and feeling like you're going crazy, then you anchor those energies into your body, and it transforms your body. And in the process of that transformation, then you come to a different experience of that energy. So take care of your body, adopt a diet that is healthy. Watch out for all these chemicals and everything. They're in so much food. You might want to shy away from caffeine because it stimulates the nervous system. Watch out for MSG in food, monosodium glutamate. All of these artificial sweeteners, sucralose, NutraSweet, aspartame, glucose fructose is one that totally throws me off. Be very conscious of what you're putting into your body, because that can really throw you off big time. Especially, if you're under any kind of medications like antidepressants. I tried antidepressants once when I was in the worst of my Kundalini symptoms, and it just made things worse. So try to steer clear of artificial whatevers, chemicals that can really throw off your body and sort of throw you out of your body. Look for things that are going to be energizing and invigorating and natural. A healthy diet, a conscious diet can make a big difference. So that's just a few things to think about. They may be not that special or spectacular, but that's just that's what it comes down to, is how to come more into your body, and commit to being here on planet Earth and being here now in this third dimensional realm, even as you're continuing to connect with and work with these strange spiritual energies, and you can continue to have these experiences and seek them out and see where they take you. But it's just very, very important to continue to tend to your body and ground, as it were.